Ladies and gentlemen, a friendly reminder, your focus, your map are due tomorrow, as well as, of course, you're due now, so make sure you are ready to go. Remember, you are turning in your map online. You are submitting your focus in person, so please have those ready to go for tomorrow. You have a 25-question test, all multiple choice. I am expecting scores to start kind of going up here, people. This is your third test for me. Third time you've seen similar stems. It's starting to build to improvement here. So if you are still going down, that is a huge problem. Yes, do we see the difference from what I'm saying? I'm not asking for perfection. I'm not asking for everyone to have an A, because I'm not doodling your names for 117 of you. What I am saying, though, we need to start seeing some improvement in test scores. If you haven't come to look at your test, then I would highly suggest you do it before tomorrow's test. So stop wasting my ink, girl. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow is a good test of where you kind of are in this class. If you are doing the right things, you should start seeing improvements, right, Micah? I'd hate to interrupt you from your texting game here. There we go. So yesterday we started talking about the Mongols. We got to Silk Road. Yes? Did we get to Indian Ocean Basin? All right, then let's do it.
If we answer the question at the end of the chapter of the textbook, can we come in tomorrow?
Yeah, of course. I'll be here. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So yesterday we got to Silk Road. We are talking about why trade is happening. Okay. We are talking about rudders, yes, stern rudders. Now, monsoon winds, we know those were discovered in 800. We're now in 1200. So they've been around for about 400 years. When we're talking about those, that's the foundational component that allows the Indian Ocean Basin to function. Lateen sails catch wind in all directions. So no matter what, you're still moving forward, even if the wind is going the wrong direction. Okay? Now, the stern rudders. Stern rudders are important because it allows ships to navigate small ports, which means more ports are available for trade. Beforehand, only the large ports could support trade. With stern rudders, where ships could easily more navigate smaller ports are now gaining access to trade, which means trade is increasing. So keep in mind, here in the state of Florida, what is the largest port we have? What? Miami, ladies and gentlemen, the largest port in the state of Florida, right? Everything goes in and out of Miami. Tampa is a smaller port, which is why we don't have a ton of shipping containers that come into Tampa, yes? So because of that, we now have the technology of wider ships that have less of a girth underneath. Now we have more shipping containers coming into Tampa, which is now increasing the tax revenue of the city of Tampa. Yes, that is why we're making more money now than we did 10 years ago, because we have more trade coming in. Why? Because the technology shift, and the ships are wider, not deeper, which means they can go underneath the bridge and get into the port. So because Tampa has a weird sized port because of our Sunshine Bridge or Skyway Bridge, whatever it is, okay, all of a sudden Miami is still number one, but now Tampa is making a lot of money off it as well. It's the same thing that's happening with these stern rudders. Smaller ports were excluded from trading because they were too narrow. Now even small ports are trading, which means everywhere trade is increasing, and that's a big deal. Astrolabe, this is the biggest one. Okay, it's discovered and created in the Indian Ocean Basin. However, it is going to allow for oceanic exploration. Prior to the astrolabe, you had to use sights of shores to know where you were, yes? Okay, you would look at the coastline and know where you were because of where you are on the coastline. It is the astrolabe that allows for oceanic exploration because it uses the stars and the horizon. This lays the foundation for what thing to happen 200 years later? Tejas. Yeah, it's the Europeans going across the Atlantic. Right now, they don't really need it because the Indian Ocean basin has a lot of land mass in it. But to get across the Atlantic, you have to be able to use the stars. Chinese juke. They are lighter, faster ships, which will accelerate trade. They are lighter, faster ships that will accelerate trade. That's the big difference behind it. So we are making trade much more effective and faster, which will increase revenues, which means more money is being made. Okay, so when we're talking about Indian Ocean Basin, we have products, you have to know which ones are moving. Now, in India, ladies and gentlemen, okay, you need to know that maritime trade is cheaper and much more effective cost-wise. Why? We kind of talked about it, but why is maritime trade so much cheaper and more cost-effective? Hello, why? Why is maritime cheaper? Oh God, people. What do you got, Miss Aunt?
You don't have to like take stops and do on land like for your animals to rest.
Yes. You also don't have to feed your animals. You're on a boat. So what's doing all the work?
The water.
The wind. The wind. We have sails. We're doing wind. But yes, the water is holding up the buoyancy. Can you carry more on a camel or on a boat? So which one's more cost effective? Yeah, absolutely. That's why we're doing it. Today in 2022, what's more cost effective? Putting it on a shipping container or driving it across the country? Shipping container, because you can put a ton of stuff on a shipping container. That's why it's more effective. Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, from India, you do need to know cotton, leather, stonework, and spices. The most important spice is pepper. Imagine, every meal you eat, your parents use pepper. Whether you know it or not, they're using pepper. It has become such a European commodity. Of course, I know we're in the Americas, not in Europe, but we're a European colony, so leave it there. We use pepper in absolutely everything. Okay, so Calcutta is the major export city of pepper. The Spice Islands are what we call modern day Malaysia and Indonesia. Okay, cinnamon and nutmeg are their largest. The Swahili city-states are on what coast of Africa? East. Never eat soggy waffles. Okay, they're doing ivory, gold, and slaves. China, if you have to write down silk and porcelain one more time, I don't know what to do for you. Don't. If you don't know it by now, please leave. And then finally, Southeast Asia. They are trading horses, figs, and bananas. Southeast. Should be southeast. Southeast Asia, thank you. Southeast Asia are trading figs and bananas and horses. Okay. Okay. All right. So we are going to use this new term. We've used it once so far, but we're going to use it in a different direction. Diasporic community. Write it down. We've already only talked about one diasporic community. And Kira, which one was it? Yeah, which community have we discussed in diasporic terms? It's a religion. Nina, help her out. The Jews. The Jews get kicked out of their homeland, and we call them a diasporic community. Okay. However, we're not talking about the Jews now. We're evolving the term. Diasporic communities are people who live outside their culture for their own reasons, for multiple reasons. One of them is typically for wealth gain. Okay, for the diasporic communities that we are discussing in the Indian Ocean Basin, we are referring to merchants. And most merchants are Islamic. Okay, they're Muslim. So, why would a merchant leave their homeland and end up living in the Swahili city-states? What would be the motivations for this? Ella? Okay, put a little more, like, reference on it. Everything's about money, yes. But what specifically? Maybe even a worse answer. Sorry, help.
To expand their production.
Okay, to expand their production. Do you see how that's a better answer? Okay, but it's still not the one. Why would a man move and live in Swahili city-states outside of his culture and take a wife of a local? Evan?
Because he, for like religious purposes, got kicked out of his own.
No. He's a good old Muslim. He didn't get kicked out. That's odd.
Or like spread Islam.
Hi, guys, no. Let's not take the moral high ground here. How many people really live in that religious purity state? How many people do you know that are really that religiously devout, Miss Autumn? You do? Really? Seriously?
No, I don't.
Okay. I was like, damn, I was like so impressed. Like, what crew do you hang out with? What do you got, Miss Ross?
Since he was Muslim, he knew a lot about trade, so we wanted to go someplace that wasn't as good as trade, so we could make more money.
That's a pretty good argument. It's a pretty good argument. I'll take it. I appreciate the effort. Ella, we're gonna clean it up. Oh my God. Tina, help me. Yes, thank you. Guys, if you're a merchant and you show up to a place outside your culture, do they treat you with warmth and kindness or sarcasm? Yeah, they don't trust you, outsiders, you know. So, if you marry a local gal, what happens? Now, all of a sudden, you are a local. So, you get better trade deals. You get better connections. You base the relationships off of her family's long time in the region. So, merchants are creating diasporic communities in order to gain a stronger foothold in that community by connections. Why would the chick choose to marry a foreigner? Think about it logically. And don't just say, because she's a money grabber. All your hands go down. People, God damn it, we are not, don't put me in that box. When you said we are gold diggers, do not put me in that box.
You don't like money?
Hi, I earn everything I have. When I met my husband, he was dirt poor. He was so poor when he was a kid that his mom bought everything on Kmart layaway. So we grew up poor. I was richer than he was, kid. We have everything we have is what we paid for. Don't put me in that box. We grew up together, my husband and I, and we raised our money. So no. Evan.
Because the wife wanted to like expand her family line within like new trade values, like because the Muslim.
Alright, I see you trying. You're really trying. Fine. Okay, giving her sons the opportunity to trade back in the other community will create a more secure trade line. Yes? Hello? Okay, by having kids who are related to two different trading capitals will facilitate better trade between the two families. Yes? That's why. So, it's an economic arrangement, of course. Everything is. Marriage is an economic arrangement today in 2022. If you decide to marry whoever you love or whatever, and they're an idiot with money, guess who else's credit is ruined? Yours. So don't be an idiot and marry a moron. Perfect. How did we get here? Your fault. Intermarriage is how diasporic communities are made. Okay, foreigners, merchants, are marrying locals, okay, in order to foster better trading conditions. Economic arrangement, which is what marriage is historically, but now it's love matches, of course, because everything is beautiful and wonderful. Okay, when we're talking about diasporic communities, keep in mind it's about cultural interactions and what religion is going to see the biggest amount of changes because of all of these intermarriages and diasporic communities. Think about it, pull it through, Haley. Islam, why? They're the ones facilitating most of the trade, so they're the ones going through. So is Christianity really going to change that much during this time period? No. It's Islam is going to change the most because they're the most of the traders and they're going to be changing it by force. Here we go. Indian Ocean, the effects of trade. These are four communities that are going to be absolutely changed during this period of 1200. Okay, stronger governments will arise because of stronger trade. We already know that stronger trade is what gives the Mongols their authority and power to rule. It is also going to be transcendent to other states. The first one is Malacca. Malacca is what we would call Indonesia today. The Strait of Malacca, you need to know this, is the busiest, it's not a body of water, but it's like water. So I'm going to say body of water, even though it's not a body because it's a strait. It is the busiest waterway, I'll just say waterway, busiest waterway in the world, even today in 2022. It is a shortcut to get to China from the Indian Ocean basin. The Strait of Malacca is controlled by Malaysia. That's how they make like 80% of their money today in 2022. Is they tax every ship who uses the strait.
It's a cut between which?
It's cut between Indian Ocean basin and China.
Did they tax them back then?
Oh hell yeah, that's how they made their money. So at this point, Malacca isn't really trading. All they're doing is taxing, and they're making crazy money off of trade, but they're not actually trading. And that's a big kicker. This is how you know something is actually really working, when people are making money off of it indirectly. Okay, so Malacca is going to be making money off the Strait of Malacca, where they are taxing every ship that uses their waterway. And they are making crazy amounts of money, and still today in 2022, they are still making crazy money.
Is that their main income?
Yep. That is the other, the other thing is I think they sell cardamom. It's a spice. Okay, it's a spice, cardamom. Yes, it's a spice. We used it last night in our chicken. It was delicious. There we go.
Did you
Is
have
it in your
tacos?
tacos?
We had fajitas last night. A little different on the taco night branch. Calcut, ladies and gentlemen, you need to know that it is the largest exporter of pepper, but they don't actually grow. Nope, they don't. Okay, so they are selling pepper, but they don't actually grow pepper. They funnel it in from the central regions of India. They bring it to the port of Calcut, and it is the largest export center of pepper. Okay.
You said India does?
India, central India is where pepper grows, and it gets pushed to Calcut, and Calcut sells it. Okay, your Swahili city-states, I don't need you to write it down because you already know what they're doing. And then Jarut, I don't know how to say it. You know, it's not a verbal test. Okay, Jarut is going to be, they charge taxes, high taxes to anyone who shows up to trade. So they're not taxing goods, they're taxing, that's how they make crazy money. That's how many people they have coming through. They're not taxing the goods. Because if you tax the goods, that makes the goods more expensive, which drives up the price, which means people are going to buy less. But if you tax the people that arrive a flat rate, the good price stays the same. So these people are paying entry fee essentially and buying as many of the goods as they want, which drives up the value of goods in a positive way that doesn't hurt the economy. Okay, it's brilliant. Jarut is making crazy money off taxing people who arrive there. So these people are making money off of trade, but aren't actually
Trading.
Yes, that's the wild component of it. Ford.
How does it not raise the prices of the goods if they're taxing the people?
Because it's like a flat entry fee. Like when you go to Disney World, Ford, you pay an admission tax, yes? Does that mean the food inside is cheaper? No, it is not. They're going to charge you exactly what they can because that's what exactly they're going to do. But if the only place I can get those goods, if you want the stupid Dole Whip, isn't that super popular? Dole Whip. That's what my Instagram feed tells me. I hate Disney World, so I don't know any of these things. You're gonna pay whatever you're gonna pay inside the park because you're there and you have to get the stuff you need. It's the same type of thing. Now, can anyone do this? No. Can we charge people to enter Tampa, Florida because it's so special? No, because no one gives a shit about Tampa, Florida. However, Jaroot, which is gonna have one of the largest boards in the world with tons of spices and tons of variety of goods and artisans, people will pay to go in order to get the goods out. So if you have that kind of demand. Places in New York, like the fish market, even to go in and look at the fish market selling and like the trucking and stuff like that, you have to pay to get in. Because people will. So they do. And that's how they make extra money. Okay. Perfect. End of content. On your whiteboards. Let's go. How much time do I have?
Enough.
Here we go, on your whiteboard. Give me the 4 regions of the Mongols. Give me the 4 regional entities of the Mongols, please. If you want to say like hometown, that's fine, because I don't need you to know the hometown one. Good. What do we got, Sailor?
The Golden Horde, Ilkhan Empire, and the
Don't erase your board. Don't erase it. Don't erase it. Don't erase it. Okay, say it one more time for me, Sailor.
Golden Horde, Ilkhan Empire, Yan Dynasty, and then I put the hometown.
Yeah, it's like Changada or something. Okay, put a star next to the one they hold the longest. Good. What do we got, Lucy? Put a star next to the one they have the first. That's why you have all 4 on your board, Micah, so you just put a star. See what I did there?
I erased it before.
Which one do they conquer first? What is it, Emily? The Yan Dynasty, because that's where they're from, Miss Roth, so we don't really count it. I get what you're saying, and you're not wrong, but it's like, it's not really a thing, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. If you conquer the state of Florida, no one's going to say, oh, she conquered Tampa first. Well, no, you're from Tampa. Does that make sense? When you conquer, like, Plant City, they'll be like, ooh, she conquered Plant City first. Okay? Put a star next to the one the Mongols like the most. Good. What do you got, Christian?
The Persian.
Persians. Put a star next to the one that they are taking out their pent-up aggression and bitterness for. Persian, or the Achaemenid Empire. Good. Cyrus. Yan Dynasty. On your whiteboard, please tell me which one will... Actually, erase it. I don't have any more. On your whiteboard, please tell me what is the name of the founder of all 4 of those empires. Those regional empires. Good. Nina, on your whiteboard, please tell me what is the name of... Oh, give me 3 weapons that they used to conquer this territory. Or 3 tools that they used to conquer this territory. That's 2. I need 3. Well, then look in your notes. Yes, of course. You can't use them tomorrow, but you can use them today. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Here we go, Miss Roth. What do you got?
Short bows, horses, and fear.
Yes. So which one's the most effective one, Miss Roth? Fear. Because remember, they don't conquer all this actual territory by space. They conquer it because people are like, holy shit, these people are wild. I don't want to deal with it. On your whiteboard, please tell me what is the name of the most important ruler of the Yan Dynasty? If you don't know the answer, look at your notes. Looking at me, looking at you, looking at me is not going to help. What do we got, Maggie? Say Kublai Khan. On your whiteboard, Kublai Khan is going to attempt but fail twice to conquer what? Miss Ott. Japan. What is going to stop the invasion of Japan twice? What is it, Will? Tsunami. Tsunami is the belief in the divine winds. What's the Japanese term for divine winds? Good. Haley.
Kamikaze.
Kamikaze. On your whiteboard, why can't the Mongols conquer Japan? Because they are what type of people? Good. What, Miss Ott? They're horse people. You can't go from horse people to boat people. That's just not how things evolve. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is the name of, give me the 2 major trading cities that the Mongols build in Central Asia. They're on your map, both of them. Damn, sailor. Whew. Doesn't even flinch over there. What are they, Tejas? Smartland and Kashgar or something. Okay. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is it called? These are little hotels, so people can stop and rest and trade out their horses so they can continue going real fast. What do we got, Kira? There you go. On your whiteboard, give me 2 inventions that'll make trade safer. All right. Saddle makes trading safer?
It was the first thing that came to mind.
Well, that would be wrong. Well, if you have flying cash, then you should be immediately thinking of another thing that deals with that flying cash, don't you think, Rylan?
Discount.
And what would that second thing be, Rylan?
The cabernet or
No.
the banking houses?
Banking houses. Doesn't that make sense? You would say flying cash and banking houses, because where does the flying cash go, Rylan? Yeah, see?
Didn't they have like monitors on the Silk Road?
Yeah, they have policing on the Silk Road, which will make it significantly safer. Caravans, having groups of people traveling together does make it safer.
Does the
Sorry.
Hanseatic
Flying
Fleet count?
cash.
Dude, I don't know. Google it.
Because it flies from one place to another.
Does the Hanseatic Fleet count? Or whatever it's called?
No, that's in Europe. That's not facilitated at all. Andreas, we don't need to live it, dude. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what do we call the civilizations on the east coast of Africa? We literally just talked about it. Good. What do we got? Ella. Swahili city-states. What city is known for its pepper? Good. Ford. What kingdom is going to be known for taxing ships using its perfectly placed strip of land, water? What do we got? Caitlin. Malaka, on your whiteboard, please tell me, what city taxes people? Because so many people are going in. What do we got? Reese? Sure. On your whiteboard, what do we call it? What are the fancy term when merchants marry locals in order to foster better relationships with this intermarriage? It creates what? What do we got, Micah? Diasporic communities. What religion is going to go through huge cultural changes because of all of these diasporic communities, Bella? Islam. On your whiteboard, true or false, the Silk Road is only a road. What do we got, Ford? False. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is the name of... Oh, what is the name of the technology that is created in the 800s that's about seasonal winds in the Indian Ocean Basin? Penelope! Oh, I love saying Penelope. It is so fun to say. I'm so glad you don't go by like Penny or anything, because Penelope is so good. I also like saying Lily. Say Lily. Lily. Just say it. Isn't it fun to say? Lily. Oh, okay, Cyrus. Oh my God. You know Cyrus is like a super popular name in like the Middle East, right? Okay. Mr. Uniqueness over here. Here we go. It's so common. It's so common. Here we go. What am I supposed to say? On your whiteboard. Please tell me, what is the name of, that allows oceanic voyages to occur?
Huh?
What invention allows oceanic voyages to occur? Yeah, see, Christian got it. What is it, Christian? Yeah, you're gonna tell him he's got a basic name too? Here we go, on your whiteboard. Please tell me what invention allows smaller ports to be utilized for trade for the first time? What the hell is that?
It's Saturn. It's a countdown for how much time we left in class.
Why do you have that?
I don't know, it's useful.
Yeah, like everybody has that.
Yeah. And it's actually so nice. Because also to ring the bell, it tells you like how much time you have left. So
Yeah.
like I know like how fast I have to
And you can
walk.
see your friend's schedules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
you like to look at it?
voluntarily track each other?
Would you like to look at it?
Dude, don't you have fear of like the parental state?
Nah.
It's a preemptive form of stalking.
What app is this?
Saturn. I just said that.
What is it?
Saturn.
Saturn?
Boy, I can't leave.
And you raise your hand if you have this on your phone and
I
you
have
are
it.
utilizing it.
You can private your schedule if you want. I think.
And like you can only see your other people's schedule if they add you back.
Yeah.
And then there's like chats, but they're really annoying and no one talks to them because they're annoying.
Yeah.
Like people like to talk in the lunch too.
But why?
Because
Why do you want
like
to
to know
track
the
each
exact
other?
minute and second that your class ends?
No.
I do.
No.
Well, I do.
You don't like wait till all your classes in, so you no longer have to deal with high school.
Today, yes. I am counting down.
Like, don't you
minutes.
like your
Download that.
countdowns?
I cannot.
You can see how much percentage you have of the day left.
I just can't believe that you people willingly allow yourselves to be tracked
You can
by
hide
all
yourself.
at
And you
all
can add
times.
tasks.
Like why? Why? But why?
Someone could go to the office and be like, "What's this person's schedule?" And I'm sure they'd be like,
Oh my god, this is so useful for your book.
I use that.
I just love
I
that.
super use that.
I'm gonna use that.
Why do you
Because
allow?
you get to know
Anyway, I
their
just can't.
interview.
Our generations are not the same. You weirdo.
You would have loved to have this when you were in high school.
No.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
As someone who has social media and never posts on social media because I don't need people knowing and my life is so
Okay, but you
boring,
can
why
cover
would
it, that's the
anyone
thing.
care?
That's you covered it. We have 47 seconds left if you would like to know.
It's insanity that you people
It's
give a shit
useful
about.
is what it is. Useful.
On your whiteboard, please tell me the Mongols facilitate what viral disease that will wipe out 1/3 of the world's population? Why do you people do this to yourselves? Nina,
What?
do you have the app? Are you you're kind of smirking a
We
little
have time for like
bit.
another question if you wanted to know.
On your whiteboard, what?
Black baby, black cat, they're the same
Same
thing.
thing.
Ash.
I can't.
Oh, we actually only have 4 seconds left. So my bad. I'm just
Oh,
gonna
wait,
I'm just gonna
it's
say
a
like
second
something
one.
about that like all the
It's
time.
not. It's lies. It's
You lied
lies. It's
to
not
me.
even accurate. It's not even accurate. So you people are
Sometimes it's-
tracking yourselves for no reason.
Okay, sometimes it is really accurate. Yeah, that is
It's on the
it.
dot, so
It's
go.
the school. It's the school.
You people are
school-
putting
if the
all this
school's
data
wrong,
out
hey,
there
the
by
school's wrong.
yourselves. You people. Why do you want this?
It's so useful.
It's really useful. It's just nice to have you feel organized. You know what I mean?
I was only like about 10 seconds off, okay?
No, you're like literally 34 seconds off.
No!
There you go.
Literally like 10 seconds. 15 maybe. 20 at the most.
This is gonna be like a conversation.
I'm just gonna pull it up in the middle of class and just show you my phone.
Or the people who, like you got in the city, were they the people who were going to
Yeah,
trade
it's
or
the
the
foreigners.
traders?
It's like the foreigners who
Okay,
are
so the
coming to
people
pick up
there
the
were like
Yeah, they're
the
fine.
people here.
This eraser sucks. Can I throw it away so you can give this person a new
No.
one? No, okay. I'm just gonna like
Save
pull
you
it up in
free.
class and I'm just gonna be like, hey Miss Vanilla, just to bother you.
You for only noticed, what's her name? Giselle on the ballot.
No, I didn't really scroll. I didn't really
Oh.
scroll. I didn't really
What
scroll. Her
if,
name
what
was
if
like right at the
Reese's
top.
feelings were hurt because of that?
What
It
about
wasn't a
mine?
malicious comment. It
Oh.
wasn't a malicious comment.
I forgot
Sorry,
about you,
Chris.
Andres. Oh, I almost forgive you.
It was literally
You're the
hers
best.
was like right at the top,
Hey,
and I
you're the
don't get
best.
it. Go away.
No,
And
you don't like my
I got
compliment.
it
It's called
locked.
thank you.
I got it locked.
There you go.
Thank you.
See you. in
Goodbye.
future.
Oh.